four dimensions of life is covered in Mahabharata: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. And Mahabharata, Vedavyasa composed the Mahabharata. He said he composed the Mahabharata to bring out the greatness of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. I have been telling the stories of Mahabharata. The last week I mentioned in the story in Sabha Parva, Duryodhana was so jealous seeing the prosperity of Yudhishthira. Maya, that Sabha, that palace itself is so big, so magnificent. After everyone left, he decided to stay there for few days. And one day morning he said he will go for a sightseeing in the palace. Yudhishthira said, I will send you an escort. It is a Maya Sabha full of illusions and you may get lost. He said, no, I don't need any escort. We will manage ourselves. And Mayasura, he built the palace such a way, illusion of water was there. Duryodhana thought there was a water and he lifted his cloth and tried to walk on that one, but there was no water. And he saw it was like a clear door. It was a crystal, but he banged his head against that one. And another place, he saw again water. He thought water, it's another illusion. He tried to walk and fell in. And all the events, Pandavas and Krishna, they were watching from inside. There was a central camera. In the palace, in the main hall, they could able to see. And Shri Krishna prompted Bhima to laugh. Bhima laughed heartily. Hearing that one, Duryodhana and his brothers felt insulted. They started walking out. Yudhishthira tried to pacify him. Please don't go. Take these fresh cloths and change and stay. He rejected the cloth also. He left. Along the way, he told Shakuni, did you see the prosperity of Pandavas? I am so jealous that my arch rivals are prospering. Not that I don't have, but I don't want my arch rivals to prosper. My arch rivals, they should not prosper. I am so jealous. I am seething. So Shakuni said, you also can get that one, work for that one. Shakuni, Duryodhana said, I don't have a strength to acquire that one. He confided, I don't have strength. He agreed. But in Mahabharata series, they projected Duryodhana stronger than Bhima. It is not the case. In the Mahabharata, in the series, they projected he was stronger than Bhima. He himself said, I don't have strength. Had I protested in the Sabha, like Shishupala, I also would have been killed. And that is why I kept quiet. Now, I don't have strength. But I want all the wealth from Pandavas. Devise a method. How can I do? And the Shakuni said, I will tell you the secret. Then Duryodhana said, you are my guru. You guide me. He said, you are my guru. And in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says to Krishna, I am thy disciple. He did not say, you are my guru. Tell me. What choice of words. Duryodhana said, you are my guru, tell me. Arjuna says, I am thy disciple. You tell me. There is a vast difference. Here, Duryodhana appoints a guru. So, if a person is appointed, any time that person can be thrown out. He said, you are my guru. Tomorrow he may change, sorry, you are not my guru no longer. And another person. He appointed. Here it is Arjuna says, I am onus back onto me. I am thy disciples. Please enlighten me what is appropriate. Then Shakuni said, I know the dice, playing the dice. And Yudhishthira doesn't know the dice game. You have to invite. He said, how it is possible? If I invite, he won't come. And he said, convince your father to invite Yudhishthira for a game of dice. A game of dice, invite ask your father, but father won't listen. Father will yell at me, but he said, we will make a plan. Not to, we will devise a method. And they went to the palace, and the messenger sent that your son is here. Then at that time he did not speak. Dhritarashtra said, oh son, what happened? You are very quiet. Then Shakuni said, what to say? Your son has become very pale. Your son has become very weak. And he is very depressed. Then he asked Dhritarashtra, hey, what happened? He said, then Dhritarashtra said, I am very disappointed, dejected in my life. What happened after seeing my cousin Yudhishthira's prosperity, I am not at ease. I want that wealth. Then Dhritarashtra said, oh, is that the problem? You are jealous. Why don't you do another Rajasuya and get wealth? He said, I don't want to work, but I want the wealth. Then he said, I will request Pandavas to get the wealth for you. No, he said, I don't want Pandavas to have wealth. All the wealth must come to me. Then Dhritarashtra said, sorry, I can't help. Then Duryodhana said, then I will commit suicide. I will commit suicide. Hearing the word, I will commit suicide, Dhritarashtra mellowed down. Then how can we, what method we can fight against, get the wealth? Duryodhana said, I have a method. I am a Kshatriya. Pandavas are Kshatriyas. We have to use the Astra. We had to play Astra Vidya. Astra Vidya, our Astra is gambling. And hearing that one, Dhritarashtra was so amazed about the shrewdness of Duryodhana. This man, the Astra, he defines, Duryodhana defines also, Astra is the one by which you defeat the opponent is called as Astra. Hearing his grammar and his explanation, Dhritarashtra was very thrilled, and he decided, Dhritarashtra said, you don't know gambling. He said, not to worry, my uncle will help us out. He will help us out, Shakuni will help us. So, Dhritarashtra called Vidura. Vidura, his brother, go and get Pandavas here. I would like to see my children playing gambling. I want to see them see them gambling in the palace. Please send. Vidura got very annoyed and yelled at him. I can't do this one. What you are going to do? If you call, you are bringing the ruin onto yourself. I told you when he was born, discard this baby. This baby will bring ruin to our clan. I asked you, now what he has done. You can't control. You have become his puppet. I can't go. Then Dhritarashtra said, this is king's command. Do as I say. Then Vidura said, if it is the king's command, yes, I will do. But not as your brother, I won't do. But Vidura went to Pandavas and said, King has sent a message. King wishes to see his children playing the game of dice in the palace, and he wants to enjoy himself, seeing his children enjoying. At the same breath he said, as your uncle I am saying not to go. As a messenger I am conveying the message, but as an uncle I am saying not to go, reject that offer. Then what happened, you will continue next week. And 10th chapter, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Bhuya eva mahabhaho Shunu me paramam vachaha Yatteham priyamanaya Vakshyami hitakamyaya Name vidussuraganaha Prabhavam na maharshayaha Aham adirhi devanam Maharshinam cha sarvashaha. Bhagavan Shri Krishna was so pleased to see the very ardent student Arjuna. He says, I will repeat again, Priya, because what bring your Priya Manaya, you are dear to me, I will tell you what is good for you. And Yo Mama Aja Anadincha Veti Loka Maheshwaram Asammuda Samartyeshu Sarva Papai Pramuchyate. That nobody, Shri Krishna says, nobody knows my origin, nor all the devatas or all rishis. Shri Krishna says, nobody knows my origin, nobody understands me, knows me completely, but know me as Aja. Aja, Anadi. Aja means unborn. Today is Ekadashi. Every Ekadashi has a name. Today's Ekadashi's name is called as Aja Ekadashi. Aja means, Ja means Janana, A means no birth. Lord without any birth. 6th of next month is Krishna Janmashtami, and Krishna's birthday. It is Krishna was born. You can't say what Shri Krishna says. Unborn, Shri Krishna appeared because name himself, he says, I am Aja. Unborn, Anadi, eternal, no beginning, Lord of all three worlds. And Loka Maheshwaram, knowing this one, without any delusion, one gets untangled from all shackles of karma. Buddhirjnanam asammoha Kshama satyam damashamaha Sukham dukkham bhavo bhavo Bhayam cha bhayameva cha Ahimsa samata tushti Tapodanam yasho yashaha Bhavanti bhavabhutanam Matta eva prithakvida. Shri Krishna talks about the 20 qualities. Whatever modification we are going through, it comes from him alone. Maharshaya saptapurve Chatvaro manavastata Madbhava manasa jata Yesham loka imam prajaha. Maharshaya, 7 Saptarishis, our Gotras, we talk about our Gotras, Angirasa, Vasishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Bharadwaja, Bhargava Gotra. And if you don't know any Gotra, the default Gotra is Kashyapa Gotra. Kashyapa Gotra, or 4 Manus, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, or 14 Manus. This Manvantara, every Manvantara, each Manvantara is 300 million years. This Manvantara is called as Vaivasvata Manvantara. These Manvantara, they, Lokam Imam Prajaha, they also have come out of me. Etam Vibhutim Yogancha Mama Yoveti Tattvataha Sovikampena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshayaha. While doing the asana, you should remember this one. So vikampena yogena, no akampana, no kampana, and yogena, posture is steady. And knowing my posture, one is not shaken while doing the asana also. and yujyate natra samshayaha, and gets connected with me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Shri Krishna says this one, this can be our mantra also. Shri Krishna urges us, Macchitta Madgata Prana. Bring the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Tomorrow's topic, I will talk about that one. Vijnanamaya, Chitta is in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Macchitta. Your Manomaya Kosha got to be connected with Vijnanamaya Kosha. Macchitta, you bring the Vijnanamaya Kosha towards me. Vijnanamaya Kosha, there is no confusion. It is unpolluted knowledge, the knowledge acquired through the past experience. It's a refined knowledge. Chitta, Shri Krishna says, Vijnanamaya Kosha, bring it to me without any confusion. And Madgata Prana, all actions must be directed towards me. Bodhayanta Parasparam, to reinforce your Chitta. I tell teachers, our yoga students, when your Vijnanamaya Kosha is strengthened, only when you start teaching that one to others. I ask people to take on your teacher's training and start teaching. Then only your Vijnanamaya Kosha is strong. Otherwise, you are only in the Manomaya Kosha, you slip down. If you want your Chitta to be strong, you must teach others. Take class. When you start taking, you start learning yourself and teaching. Learning sharp. The sharp learning happens when you start teaching. I've been telling teachers to take up. Why? Your Vijnanamaya Kosha will be strong. Macchitta, Madgata Prana, all your actions must be directed. Bodhayanta, talk what you have learnt. Parasparam Katayantascha, talk about the higher possibility. Be revel within. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Tesham satata yuktanam Vajatam priti purvakam Dadami buddhi yogam tam Yena mamu upayanti te. And Tesham satata yuktanam, one who worship me with love, not out of compulsion. My father said, my mother said, my wife said, my husband said, not out of compulsion. Spontaneous, like last week I talked about the gopis in Vrindavana. They heard the flute from the 6-year-old Krishna. The moment they heard the nada, they left everything and rushed towards the sound. Whatever they were doing, one was, Bhagavatam talks about, one was feeding the baby, she dropped off the baby and ran. Another one was cooking in the, had kept something, kept the milk in the stove. She left it there with the fire on. Another one was serving the husband, dropped it and she went. And various chores they were doing. One was putting on the makeup and whatever, half makeup she went. And so enchanting. She went there and gopis, the Priti Purvakam, when they went there and they thought, they addressed Shri Krishna as, you are none other than Narayana. You are none other than Narayana, they glorified, and that how lucky is the Lakshmi. And now we got the privilege, and they started, they bowed down their head and touched the feet. Then they got the arrogance. Ego pricked up. They said even Lakshmi also won't get this opportunity of touching, and we are superior to Lakshmi. They thought, the moment they thought, Shri Krishna disappeared from there. Disappeared to teach them a lesson. Even bhakti also, people get ego comes in. Nobody is as high a devotee as me. And Bhagavatam talks about the ego comes in even amongst the devotees, even among the jnanis. Nobody knows me like me. Nobody can do the asana like me. Nobody can do the yoga like me. Ego comes, and Shri Krishna, when the ego comes, God disappears. E is replaced with G, God, E replaced with, when the God has gone, E becomes a dog. Our life becomes like a dog's life. And so we should be seekers, have to be always cross-check themselves whether their ego is coming up. It's when the ego is coming means they are moving away from the God. Teshamevanu kampartha aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayam atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata. Shri Krishna says, one who is devoted, out of compassion, I remove the ignorance. Our only asset in our life is ignorance. We have been carrying load of ignorance for lives. Shri Krishna says he will remove that one by lighting up the lamp of knowledge in the hearts of the devotees. Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adideva Ajam Vibhum Ahustvarshayas Sarve Devarshi Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishime Sarvametartham Manye Yanma Vadasi Keshava Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Deva Nadanavaha. Arjuna repeats whatever Shri Krishna says. Nobody knows your origin. Rita and Satya. Satya is a evolving science. Rita is a changeless. Satya is evolving truth. Satya is evolving truth. Ritam is unchangeable truth. Like I gave an example last week. If a child asks the question to a mother tells what is the truth according to the age of the child. As the child grows up, the child starts understanding in a bigger way. Satya is evolving, Rita is changeless. Arjuna says, you are the Rita. The ultimate, what you say is what I am saying, nobody knows, it's the Rita. Swayameva-atmanatmanam Vetam tvam purushottama Bhutabhavana bhutesha ದೇವದೇವ ಜಗತ್ಪತೆ ವಕ್ತು ಅರ್ಹಸ್ಯ ಶೇಷೇಣ ದಿವ್ಯ ಆತ್ಮ ವಿಭೂತಯಃ ಯಾಭಿರ್ವಿಭೂತಿರ್ಭಿರ್ಲೋಕ ಇಮಂ ಸ್ವಂ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ಯ ತಿಷ್ಠತಿ ಕಥಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಹಂ ಯೋಗಿಂ ತ್ವಾಂ ಸದಾ ಪರಿಚಿಂತಯನ್ ಕೇಷು ಕೇಷು ಚ ಭಾವೇಷು ಚಿಂತ್ಯೋಸಿ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಮಯಾ ವಿಸ್ತರೇಣ ಆತ್ಮಾನೋ ಯೋಗಂ ವಿಭೂತಿಂ ಚ ಜನಾರ್ದನ ಭೂಯ ಕಥಯ ತೃಪ್ತಿರ್ಹಿ ಶೃಣ್ವತೋ ನಾಸ್ತಿ ಮೇ ಮೃತಂ. Arjuna says, tell me exhaustively, I am not satisfied. The nectar-like speech you are giving, my ears have become like a cup. The cup is not filled. Please keep on pouring. I am not satisfied hearing the glories about you. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Lord talked about 90 glories here. He starts off saying that there is no end to my glory, but I will tell you the salient features, this one which is appropriate, which is relevant to you. Hantate katayishyami divya atma vibhutayah pradanyasya kuru shreshta nastyanto vistarasya me. Last I told 90 qualities Shri Krishna talked about. Thus far we covered 26 qualities. We will quickly go through, just repeat after me those qualities and we will continue the rest. The first one, Aham Atma. The second, Gudakesha. Third one, Sarva Bhuta Shayastitaha. Fourth one, Aham Adischa. Next one, Aham Madhyancha. Sixth one, Aham Bhutana Antayevacha. Adityana Aham Vishnu. Jyotisham Raviram Shuman. Marichir Marutam Asmi. Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. Vedanam Samavedosmi. Devanam Asmi Vasavaha. Indriyanam Manaschasmi. Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi. Vittesho Yaksharakshasam. Vasunam Pavakaschasmi. Meru Shikiranamaham. Purodasam cha mukyam. Viddhi Partha Brihaspatim. The 20th one, Sena Nina Aham Skanda. Sarasasmi Sagara. Maharshinam Brugurham. Giram Asme Kaksharam. Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. Stavaranam Himalayaha. Next one, Ashwatta Sarva Vrikshanam. Devarshinam Chanarada. Gandharvanam Chitrarata. Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. We have done 27 the qualities for Krishna Janmashtami. I will 90 qualities are there. I will add another 10, and you can, for Krishna Janmashtami, you can do Ashtottara yourself. Aham Atmaya Namaha. Then each one, that Krishna Janmashtami, I will share it in the group, 108. It's out of that 90 is told by Lord himself, and you are adding as a devotee another 10 you do for Krishna Janmashtami, your own Ashtottara. On that one, it's a great way of our way of celebration of Krishna Janmashtami. Okay, and we have done 29. We will quickly go through that Sloka and we'll continue. Otherwise, like a quicksand, we are not proceeding. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayastitaha Ahamadischa Madhyancha Bhutanam Antayevacha Adityana Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviransuman Marichir Marutamasmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi Vedanam Samavedosmi Devanam Asmi Vasavaha Indriyanam Manaschasmi Bhutanam Asmi Chetana Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikranamaham Purodasam cha Mukyam Mam Viddhi Partha Brihaspatim Senani Aham Skanda Sarasam Asmi Sagaraha Marshinam Bruguraham Giram Asmeka Aksharam Yajnanam Japa Yajnosmi Stavaranam Himalayah Ashvatta Sarva Vrikshanam Devarshinam Chanaradaha Gandharvanam Chitrarata Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi Ashvatta Sarva Vrikshanam. Last week we touched upon, among all the trees, I am the Ashvatta tree. Ashvatta tree is revered because all the trees at night time, when the sun is not there, gives out carbon dioxide. In Ashvatta, at night also it gives out oxygen. It's full of oxygen, and in the Gurukuls, ashrams, there is an Ashvatta tree. Why Ashvatta tree? The students sitting next to that one, with the infused oxygen, memory becomes very sharp. And last week I mentioned women conceiving problem, going around the Ashvatta. They find it's beneficial. People with blood count problem, going around pradakshina around Ashvatta, they find the medicinal benefit through the Ashvatta. Why that Ashvatta got that status? Shri Krishna says, my special Sannidhana is there. That is why that Ashvatta is special tree. All trees are good. My special Sannidhana is there in Ashvatta. That is why it has this the property, Ashvatta tree. Ashvattanam, Ashvatta Sarva Vrikshanam Devarshinam cha Narada. Narada got a free passport to go everywhere because my special Sannidhana is there in Narada. He can travel to all lokas without any hindrance. Gandharvanam Chitrarata. Chitrarata, Gandharva, eloquent in the art, the art of the sculpture, painting and music. Gandharva Chitrarata. Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. Kapila Sankhya Yoga, Kapila Bhakti Yoga. elaborately, the Devahuti, old mother, approached his son Kapila. He was none other than God himself incarnated. She asked him, please enlighten me the path to the liberation. He gave the Sankhya Yoga and Bhakti Yoga eloquently in the third skanda of Bhagavatam. Eloquently he talks about. Hearing that one at the end, Devahuti, and she did not drop the body. It talks about she became a river, started flowing. Like a river, our body has Panchabhuta. Panchabhuta, I mentioned in the yoga class also, in 1970s, there was an article in Punjab, one yogi, he decided to give up the body. The fire element, he increased the fire element, whole body became engulfed in a fire and only ashes remained. Yogis can convert into the fire or flow down like a water, and that Devahuti, the Kapila Devahuti, if the time permits, sometime I will talk about Kapila Devahuti Vyakhyana. Now, next one, today's one, Uchchaishrava Ashwanam Vidhi Mam Amrutodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranancha Naradipam. Here he talks about the various things came out of the churning the ocean. The nectar wanted our the devas. They wanted the nectar. To get the nectar, they wanted extra power. So they approached Bhagavan Vishnu, Narayana. He said, seek the help from the Rakshasas also. At the time of need, you should seek the help from others, not to shy away. Though they are your arch rivals, seek. They are empowered with strength, you seek the help. So they approached Bali and his team. They approached and Rakshasas asked, you are seeking our help. What we will get? He said, Indra said, we will share the Amrita. We'll share the nectar so that you are also immortal, I am also immortal. You are also immortal, like Karnataka election. Free for you, free for me. Like this one, immortal. You also there, happy. Okay, then what is the method? Then what is the Mandara mountain? The Mandara mountain, they lifted up the Mandara mountain, a divine mountain, and where it has to be kept to lift, Devas and Rakshasas, they did not have strength. Oh, we can't lift. So, Lord Bhagavan Vishnu entered into everyone. In fact, he lifted. They were only a tool. We think we are doing what it is saying. He are not doing. Only he is doing. He gave a strength for them to carry. They brought it and kept it on the ocean. It started sinking. Oh, then we can't do anything. So Lord took the Kurma Avatara and supported. So from the top, he is supporting, and the tree mountain was tilting. From Ajita Rupa, he held the mountain in place. From top he is supporting, middle he is giving the strength to the Rakshasa and Devas, below he is supporting. So what is the rope? They approached Lord Shiva's the snake, Vasuki. Vasuki got petrified. Lord Vishnu said, I will enter into you. I will give you the strength to endure. So Vasuki was the rope. And rope was given. The head Devas took, and Danavas, Rakshasas took the tail. They felt insulted. We being a Rakshasas, we can't hold the tail, we want the head. Give the head. So they swapped. They started churning. So much of poison, venom come out of the Vasuki. Many Rakshasas got fainted and died. And further churning, various things started coming, and they started taking one after another. And for churning, for example, alcohol came, Rakshasa said, this is for us. We need that one. They said, Deva said, take it. You take it. And so many things. One intoxicating lady came, Rakshasa said, we want that one. That lady is called as Alakshmi or Jeshta Lakshmi. Lakshmi is elder sister. Appears to be so enchanting at the beginning and brings out the ruin to the whole thing. Alakshmi. Rakshasas, they took that one, Jeshta Lakshmi, in Shri Suktam also, in the Varamahalakshmi Vrata. I will talk about that one. And Alakshmirme Nashyatam, it is a prayer, may the Alakshmi be destroyed. The Rakshasas took. Then came, one of the things came out is this one, Uchchaishrava. Horse, divine horse with wings. That concept is there in the Greeks also, that a horse with the wings came, Indra took that one. Devendra. Uchchaishrava Ashwanam. Among all the horses, I am the Uchchaishrava, can go to any place at the top speed. Unimaginable speed. Amritodbhavam. At the end of the churning, Amrita came. At the end, Amrita came. Nectar, I will talk about that story next week. Nectar, how it happened, when you are not qualified, you may be working so hard and everything, when you do not have a God's grace, you can take it up to your lip and it will slip out. It's Amrita Matana is talking about, without Bhagavan Kripa, you can do whatever, all political connection, you can take it up to the lip. How it will miss out, I will talk about next week. And next one, the Amrita, many things came. The best among them came out was Amrita. It was me. It is me. Airavatam Gajendranam. Among all elephants, I am the Gajendra. I am the Gajendra, Airavata. I am among all the elephants, I am the Airavata. Airavata is Indra's vehicle. It's an elephant. Naranancha Naradipam. Among all kings, among all humans, I am the king. And we can relate also. Now, among so many politicians we have seen, Modi has a charisma. Prime Minister Modi has a charisma. That charisma has come because there is a God's grace. Without that, so many prime ministers, presidents across the world, nobody gets that type of the respect, command, because there is a Deva Sannidhana is there. You can say Naranamcha Naradipam and Naranamcha Narendra Modi. You can say Narendra Modi, there is a Sannidhana. It is Shri Krishna says, there is no end to my glory. I will tell only key things. You can apply that one in your time. You can see Naranancha Naradipam. Then Ayudanam Aham Vajram. Dhenuna Asmika Madhuka. Prajanascha Kandarpa. Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki. And among the snake, he talking about that snake is used for churning. He is telling among the snakes, among the sarpa means sarati. One crawls around. Among them, I am the Vasuki. Vasuki is when the Nilakanta, Lord Shiva, partook a small fraction of the poison. His neck became blue, and to prevent the poison going down, he kept the snake here, indicating that snake, Sarpa, Sarpa means one-hooded snake is called a Sarpa. Among them, I am Vasuki. And Ayudanam Aham Vajram, among the another weapon came out of the churning the ocean is not the churning the ocean. I am the Vajrayuda. There was a Bhagavatam, another story comes, Vritrasura. Vritrasura was a devotee, but because of the curse, he was creating a havoc. So to kill, he had a boon also from Lord Shiva. Nothing, no weapon could kill him. So they approached Bhagavan Vishnu again. He said, approach Dadichi Rishi Dadichi, and ask him to give his thigh bone. Indra went and asked the thigh bone, sacrifice, you had to leave the body anyway. Why don't you give this one, your thigh bone? And that Rishi had done so much of japa and sadhana, bone had become like a diamond, Vajrayuda. And that at the behest of, request of Indra, Dadichi, he cast off his body, and his thigh bone was taken for making a Vajrayuda. But Ashwi Kumaras were there, they restored his body back. Whatever you give, nothing will go waste. You will get it back. So Dadichi's name is permanent in the Puranas because of his sacrifice. That with that weapon, Indra killed Vritrasura. Among all the weapon, I am the Vajrayuda. Denunam asmi kamadukam. I am among all the cows, I am the Kamadenu. Kamadenu, the Mahabharata story happened because of the Kamadenu. Kamadenu, it is talking about the Bhishma, how he born. Bhishma, he was among the Ashtavasu, and his wife there also, before his being born as a Devavrata, his wife also Amba, she wanted the Kamadenu, wish-yielding cow, and he went to Vasishta's ashram, and he wanted to take it, and the Kamadenu refused to come, so he gave up and went back. Since he tried to force the Kamadenu to come along, and out of to yield to his wife's request, the Vasishta cursed, you and Amba be born in the earth. Bhishma went along with his brother. May you all be born, but since you tried to separate this Kamadenu from his calf, may you and Amba never be together. They cursed. So they were born, they pleaded, all the other brothers, they pleaded. Then Vasishta said, so be it. May Bhishma, the Ashtavasu, that Bhishma to be Bhishma, Devavrata, take the life of other brothers. May he live for 800 years. May other brothers, as soon as you are born, die. So Ganga was throwing into the water only to fulfill the boon. It was not a cruel Ganga. As soon as they were born, Ganga was throwing the babies, because as soon as you are born, you had to depart. Amba was, though she was born, she wanted to marry Bhishma. He said, no, it's not marrying. Then Amba took a pledge, I will do a tapas and I will make sure that I will be an instrument in killing Bhishma. Because that some prarabdha karma, if some family misunderstanding also, sometimes it is not related, may not be related to this life, it has maybe from the carry forward from the past life also. The original husband and wife, here Amba wanted her own husband's death, so much of revenge. And Bhishma was born because of the Kamadhenu, tried to steal the Kamadhenu, he was born. And Shri Krishna says, Kamadhenu, why so much revered? Because my special Sannidhanam is there. Kamadukha. Kamadukha means wish-yielding cow. Whatever you wanted, it will give. Prajanaschasmi Kandarpa. Prajanaschasmi Kandarpa. The procreation, the desire to procreate also has to come. If that desire is not there, Kama Dukkha is it's a Kama. Kama is it comes in Bhagavatam also. Shiva and Parvati. Shiva was doing the tapas, and the Kama, he wanted to bring the liking in Shiva towards Parvati. So he was involved, and Shiva killed with his the third eye, he reduced to ashes, but Vishnu, he restored him back. He destroyed Kama, and Subramanya, Skanda earlier came, none other than Kama was born as Shiva's son himself. Kama was none, so Subramanya or Skanda, Kama was born as his son. Kama was born again as Krishna's son, as Pradyumna. That Kama, that desire to procreate comes from me, and Prajanaschasmi Kandarpa, Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki, and Anantasmi Naganam, Anantaschasmi Naganam, Varuno Yadasamaham, Pitrinam Aryama Chasmi, Yama Samyamatamaham, Anantasmi, I repeat again, Anantaschasmi Naganam, Varuno Yadasamaham, Pitrinam Aryama Chasmi, Yama Samyamatamaham. The Ananta means Naganam. Naga is with multi-hood. Can be one hood, can be multi-hood. Adishesha is called as Ananta. Among all the Nagas, I am among the Adishesha. Our Ananta in Sri Rangam and other place, Ananta Padmanabha, Lord is reclining on the Adishesha with the multi-hood. Anantasmi, that multi-hood, Adishesha. Lord is reclining on Adishesha, using Adishesha as its bed. Anantaschasmi Naganam. It's a question to your answer. Your other day, our Nagendra asked the question, Ananta, it's how the bed can have that much of strength. Or you asked that question, your brother's daughter asked so many questions. And how the bed can have that, it is not just the bed, Adishesha. It is a Adishesha, Naganam, Varuno Yadasamaham, among the aquatic creatures, I am the Varuna. Varuna, all the aquatic creatures, whatever you can see it in the river, it is there in the ocean. All the aquatic creature, they find their home in the ocean. Pitrinam Aryama Chasmi, Among the Pitragana, Pitraganas are the the departed souls are taken to from the body up to the Pitraloka. Pitraloka is first scanning. When we are going through the customs clearance, first baggage you put through and first scanning is done. First scanning is done, whether you are sanitized properly or not. First scanning is done by the Pitraloka. They take the soul, our scanning is done to assert. This person had 70 years, 80 years, what this person has done. Oh, only 2 properties, oh, only 2 cars. Yeah. Oh, poor, he left it everything there. Sorry. And to do the initial scanning, do the summary report and send it to Yama, so that he doesn't have so much of time. Summary report. And Pitranam Aryamaschasmi, Yama Samyama Tamaham. Next is Yama. The final, they have the summary report. Like Chat GPT, Nagendra was saying that big report, he will put it to Chat GPT, gets the summary. And Yama got the summary, and he will, the Samyama, Yama means one who meets the rewards or punishes according to the karma. Yama. From Pitraloka, initial scanning with the summary report, they have to rating, they have to go and show. No lying. You can't say, sorry, it's a wrong report. Can I have a reapplication? Sorry, you can't. Valuation, you can't apply. It is a final report is there. And Yama, how he got that power? It is because of me. Shri Krishna says, whatever something extraordinary is there, I am there. And he is concluding everything, the extraordinary, I am in and through everything. It is, world is running according to me, not according to you. That is the slowly it comes. Towards the end he says, if you see anything glory, think that it is my presence is there. Towards the end it comes. These 3 shlokas repeat after me. Uchchaishrava Ashwanam Viddhi Mama Amrutodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranancha Naradipam Ayudanam Aham Vajram Denunam Asmi Chikamaduk Prajanashchasmi Kandarpa Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki Anantaschasmi Naganam Varuno Yadasamaham Vitranam Aryamaya Chasmi Yama Samyamatamaham Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum